Hi everyone, and welcome back to the series where we solve data problems in both SQL and Pandas. In this series we include only medium difficulty problems. And today's challenge is to find restaurant growth. This problem is good for those who are applying or want to work in revenue management. We have a table customer with the customer ID, name, when they visited, and the amount that they spent. We need to compute the moving average of how much the customer paid in a 7 days window, current day plus 6 days before. We need to compute the average amount as well, which should be rounded to 2 decimal places. In SQL, first step, we calculate the total amount for each day. We write a common table expression, which is our temporary table, and we call it daily total. We write a select statement, group by visited on, and for each day we calculate the total. Now that we have daily amount, we can calculate the 7-day rolling sum and average using window functions. We create another CTE, which we will call moving statistics. And here we write the select statement. This time we select from the previous common table expression. First, we calculate the amount in a 7 days window. So we write a window function sum. We summarize all daily amounts. We order by visited on, so we order by date. And here's the thing. Instead of partition, we write rows between 7 preceding and current row. So these 7 rows are our partition. We call this column amount. Next, we calculate the average, which will be very similar to this one. We also use the sum window function, but here the daily amount we multiply by 1.0 because we want to include the decimals. Then this amount we divide by 7 because we have 7 days, which are represented by 7 rows, and we round the amount by 2 decimals. We call this column average amount. The last column we calculate is the number of the day. We use the raw number window function and we just calculate every single row. We will use this column later for filtering. Now we are ready to write the final select statement. In the output, we need column visited on, the amount, and the average amount. The first 6 rows do not represent the 7 days window. With the where clause, we just exclude them. And the whole output we order by the date. Let's run the query, and we successfully solved this problem in SQL. Now let's move on to Pandas. In Pandas we use the same steps. First we group by visited on to get the total amount spent per day. We take the data frame customer and use the function group by. We group by the date. We write as index false in order to avoid reset index later. We need to calculate the sum of the amount, so we use the function sum, and this will be our daily totals. Now we want to ensure the data is sorted chronologically, so we take our new data set and we sort values by the date. Now that we have sorted values, We calculate the 7-day rolling sum and average. First, let's calculate rolling sum. We take the amount, and in Pandas we have function rolling. We specify the window. We need 7 days. And we use the function sum. We will do the same for the average. Instead of function sum, we use mean. In the end, we round the result to 2 decimals. In SQL, the first 6 days we filtered with the work loss. In Pandas, these 6 days will have the value null, so we need to drop these values. Now the last step, we format the final data frame to match the requested output. We write down all the columns we need to display. We need visited on, rolling sum, and rolling average. If you look at the requested output, the second and the third columns are called differently, so we need to rename these 2 columns. The column rolling sum should be called amount, and the column rolling average should be called average amount. Let's run the code. And we successfully solved this problem in Python Pandas. Which syntax did you prefer for this specific problem? Window functions and CTEs in SQL, or rolling functions in Python Pandas? Let me know in the comments.